Now, on Good Morning Northwest, Washington coastal areas under a tsunami advisory this morning. A historic 8.8 magnitude quake in Russia triggers concerns for dangerous waves and currents. Which areas face the greatest risk? Coming up.
And it is going to be even hotter today, but that is not all. I'm also tracking chances for dry lightning in your first alert forecast.
Eastern Washington farmers fight back against a potential federal ban on Roundup. They say losing glyphosate will drive up prices, but health advocates warn the chemicals threaten children. The battle ahead. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant is off this morning. It is Wednesday, July 30th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray and your first alert forecast.
And it feels warm out there. In fact, as you step out the door this morning, you'll be like, oh, wasn't expecting that. Well, here you go. It's 70 degrees right now in Spokane. Certainly even a degree or two warmer around some parts of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. And look, this is going to be a hot day. So I guess it's all too appropriate that we've got a hot start. Some clouds overnight definitely helped us out. Staying on the warm side, acting like an insulating blanket. It's 70 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Sandpoint this morning. Lewiston there as well. A lot of places in the 60s, but still warmer than average. Pullman and Colville seem to be some of the only places that have ended up at a somewhat normal temperature here for early this morning. Let's look at your highs for this afternoon. It is going to be hot today. Make sure you're finding a way to stay cool during those afternoon and evening hours. Pullman's up to 97. We're 99 in Ritzville. 100s from Moses Lake, Grand Coulee into the Omak area. Middle and upper 90s for the end of today around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene. And that is not all. We are seeing progressively as the hours go on more and more moisture, especially higher up in the atmosphere tracking over us. And that means a chance for thunderstorms for today. Those thunderstorms not likely to produce much rain, but they'll be producing lightning. We'll take a closer look coming up.
We are following breaking news. Overnight, the National Weather Service issued a tsunami advisory for parts of Washington state and in parts of Northern California. This morning, a 3.6-foot wave has already been recorded in that area, and forecasters say waves could reach more than 7 feet today. Already, a 5.7 feet tsunami wave has been recorded in Hawaii, and now that's not too far off from 7 feet. This is following a powerful earthquake that happened in Russia overnight, and it happened right in this area. That is about 8.8 magnitude quake, which is one of the strongest ever recorded. And the shaking was so intense that more than 2 million people were evacuated across Russia and Japan. And so far, officials in Russia say no reports of deaths have been reported, but some warnings have been lifted. Officials are still monitoring the situation, and for people waking up near the coast, driving, or even traveling, especially in areas like Westport, Port Angeles, or even farther up toward Bellingham. Here's what you need to know right now. This is an advisory, not a full tsunami warning. That means no major flooding is expected, but dangerous waves are possible. Officials say there's no expected damages here at home, but to put things into full perspective, an 8.8 earthquake of this size is extremely rare. In 2004, a 9.1 quake hit Indonesia, and it damaged Asia and parts of East Africa. Then in 2010, an 8.8 quake struck Chile, killing hundreds of people. And then in 2011, a 9.1 quake rocked Japan. Now, the one that struck Russia is ranked one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded. Again, there's no immediate threat of flooding here at home, here in Washington. But again, this is an extremely rare situation. We'll continue to update you all throughout the morning. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks for the latest there. And very much like fire evacuation notices, tsunami alerts have a few different levels that you should be aware of. The National Weather Service put together this chart. If you are under a tsunami warning, that means dangerous coastal flooding and powerful currents are possible. You should move to higher ground. An advisory means strong currents and waves if you are already near the water. If there's an advisory like we had earlier today for the West Coast, you're advised to just stay out of the water. When there is a tsunami watch, that means a distant tsunami is possible, so you should look out for more information. It could be upgraded to a watch or warning. An information statement means you can just relax and watch. We will continue to keep you updated on tsunami alerts on KXLY.com. In the near future, expect to see more overhead power lines disappearing and going underground. Inland Power plans to spend about $41 million a year over the next decade, burying 500 miles of existing overhead power lines to enhance reliability and safety. You can already see projects underway near Mount Spokane. This one is on Day Mount Spokane Road next to Green Bluff. Markings show where crews will dig trenches and bury overhead lines. Inland Power serves nearly 50,000 homes and businesses in the area. It tells us with an investment this big, taking action now is better than waiting.
As costs continue to rise, that cost could go up. But we really see Spokane as a huge, we really see Spokane in a huge growth phase right now. And so we want to make sure that we are ready to serve that growth.
Inland says consumer rates are likely to increase because of this big investment, along with rising energy costs and inflation. However, it is still too early to know exactly how much. Avista Utilities also says it's burying lines. The federal government is considering a ban on a popular weed killer, but farmers in eastern Washington are pushing back. Glyphosate is found in household products like Roundup and is used to protect home gardens as well as larger crops. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again Commission identified the chemical as dangerous to children and says it could potentially cause cancer. Local farmers say banning the weed killer could drive food prices up, especially for wheat and barley.
Wheat, bread, it would negatively impact the price of bread and items that contain wheat. And I tell you, there's a lot of products that contain wheat.
The Washington Association of Wheat Growers sent its vice president to Washington, D.C. last week. It says it had productive conversations with representatives and is waiting for a new report on the weed killer. If you drive near Spokane Community College, Friday you'll want to allow for some delays. On August 1st, crews will cut into the concrete of southbound Green Street. The work is scheduled to begin at 6 Friday morning and wrap up around 7 o'clock Friday night. This won't affect northbound Green Street, but drivers should expect delays. And of course, they want you to slow down in those traffic zones and those construction zones. It's now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray.
Oh, they're traffic zones too.
They're traffic zones.
We all know. We're all aware. And I imagine that some people's tempers may be flaring when it's, 99 degrees outside in some places.
It's tough.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough here in Moses Lake today, where it is going to be scorching this afternoon. Hot weather and some active weather as well. We're tracking thunderstorms for the next few days coming up in your forecast.
President Trump tells Fed Chair Powell to cut rates or quit. The central bank meets today as Trump prepares to impose new tariffs Friday. The big concern from economists coming up. Demand for donated breast milk jumps 30% at Sacred Heart's NICU. Now the hospital creates a convenient new way for moms to donate. Details on the drive-up service coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
When you visit the LC Valley, you'll do more than just get away. You'll relive the history of explorers who traveled through this region, and you might even make a splash of your own. See educational exhibits of Lewis and Clark and immerse yourself in an authentic cultural experience. Unwind and savor the flavor in the Northwest Discovery Destination. Your adventure awaits.
An immense window of opportunity is opening, and if you don't adjust your investing strategies now, you and your portfolio may miss out. Think about all the parabolic stock moves you've missed simply because you weren't prepared. Well, not this time. My new book, Unbreakable Investor, will teach you how I'm already capitalizing on today's opportunities with winning trades like these.
Everyone should read this book.
My investing performance has improved.
I got the book, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done.
Charles Payne's book has allowed me to finally achieve the results that I'm looking for.
I have made substantial gains over what my broker produced over the years.
If you're considering getting Charles's book, don't wait.
Text me right now, and I'll send you a free copy.
Text the word GIFT to 505-505 to claim your free copy of Charles Payne's new book, Unbreakable Investor. Text GIFT to 505-505 and claim your free copy while supplies last. Text GIFT to 505-505 now.
Visit Mission Park on Saturday, August 2nd for the SNAP Resource Carnival in collaboration with Community Health Plan of Washington. Everything is free. Face painting, games, cotton candy, lunch, and more. Gear up for the new school year, and while supplies last, grab free school supplies or back-to-school outfit. Learn about SNAP programs, including energy assistance and how to save on your power bill each month through Avista's My Energy Discount Washington. The free SNAP Resource Carnival at Mission Park Saturday, August 2nd. See you there.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Rid-X does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Rid-X reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Rid-X.
Your time is just about 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The Federal Reserve is expected to hold rates steady today despite objections from President Donald Trump. He says either the board should approve cuts or Fed Chair Jerome Powell should resign. Lower interest rates make it more affordable for Americans to borrow money, but economists say they can cause inflation. Powell says that's already a concern due to tariffs. Trump says he probably won't try to fire Powell, whose term ends in May. Trump is set to impose a host of new tariffs Friday. He denies they cause inflation. He says tariffs generate revenue for the U.S. government and encourage domestic production. The Justice Department wants more information on the Jeffrey Epstein case unsealed. Attorney General Pam Bondi and other top officials filed a memo to the Southern District of New York last night. It cites intense public interest as justification for the judge to consider releasing additional records. The memo also points out Epstein has no personal interest in the case since he is dead. Additional information on the case could be problematic for President Trump. Questions have emerged over how much he knew about Epstein's sex trafficking activities. Jury deliberations have begun in the trial of a Colorado dentist charged with murder for allegedly poisoning his wife in 2023. James Craig faces life in prison without the possibility of parole if convicted. Prosecutors say he killed his wife by poisoning her protein shakes and giving her pills filled with cyanide. Defense attorney says it's only been proven that Craig was a cheater, not a murderer. Craig faces other charges, allegedly accused of plotting to kill a detective. Jury deliberations resume today. Workers evacuated the Fukushima nuclear plant in Japan due to today's tsunami warning. That is where the earthquake and tsunami in March of 2011 caused a nuclear meltdown. Workers in low-lying areas suspended their decommissioning and fled to higher ground. The plant's operator said this latest warning did not pose a safety concern.
Takeaways today in your forecast. It is going to be hot today. We're talking mid-90s at coolest for highs this afternoon. Dry lightning possible in some areas starting this afternoon, lasting into tomorrow.
Sacred Heart is making it easier for moms to donate breast milk and for babies in the NICU to get the nutrients they need. The hospital has set up a new drive-up drop-off at Women's Health Center, making it easy for people to donate. Sacred Heart began accepting donations yesterday. Doctors say this breast milk is crucial since the neonatal ICU goes through 1,600 ounces of donated milk every month, and demand has jumped 30% in just the last couple of years.
Having that donor milk, knowing that my baby was fed and was getting the nutrition he needed to get healthy, just made all the difference.
Jen York knows how important donor milk can be because her son needed it when he was in the NICU. Now she is giving back by donating her extra milk. She says the new drop-off system takes the stress out of donating. If you're interested, all you need to do is get a quick screening and blood test. Then you can start helping other families right here in Spokane. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:14. New details emerge about the New York City office tower gunman. Coming up, police find a second note, this one an apology to his parents, plus the shocking connection to the LAPD we're learning about this morning. And as we go to break, we want to give you a live look at Pines in Indiana where traffic is still blocked. We'll take a closer look at what happened there right after the break.
Wildfire season is here, and a spark could quickly turn into an inferno. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Matt Gray.
We're not just forecasting, we're giving you the time you need to keep your home and family safe.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
After a car wreck, big insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you. That's why it's critical to call us as soon as possible.
With Craig Swap & Associates, we make sure the process is fair for you.
I knew I really needed help after my accident, so I called Craig Swap & Associates. They not only fought for me, but treated me fairly every step of the way.
The sooner you call us, the faster we can make things right. One call, that's all.
Call the 9s, 509-999-9999.
With moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, my skin was no longer mine.
My active psoriatic arthritis joint symptoms held me back.
Don't let symptoms define you. Emerge as you with clearer skin. With Tremfya, most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Tremfya is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Emerge as you with clear skin. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Don't miss the new season of Collector's Call on MeTV.
There's something that shouts, "This is my childhood and I'm hanging on to it."
A new season of Collector's Call, Sunday at 6:30 on MeTV. Over the air on KXLY 4.2.
Warner Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett continues to be an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. It's now 6:17. New information this morning about the man who went on a shooting rampage inside a New York City office building. A suicide note found on his body. We learned overnight he left a second note. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the story.
A prayer vigil last night for the 4 victims of the deadly mass shooting inside a New York City office tower. Officer Didarul Islam, who was working an extra shift, Wesley LePatner, who worked for Blackstone, and security guard Alain Etienne, and Julia Hyman, who worked on the 33rd floor.
This is the time to stand up and say no more slaughter by a weapon of mass destruction designed to kill people on the battlefield, not in our buildings here in the great city of New York. That era must end.
Crews seen boarding up broken window panes in the lobby of 345 Park Avenue. The NFL now keeping its offices there closed through the end of next week. Food and personal items left behind from people running as the gunman approached. This man was across the street.
All of a sudden, see a guy walking with an M4. You would think, say something. You know, nobody on Park Avenue said anything. Everybody, I'm literally watching the man walk up to the building stairs. I'm standing right underneath the stairs where he's getting ready to shoot. No one says a thing.
We're learning new information about the gunman, 27-year-old Shane Tamura, who walked into that building, opening fire on his way in.
We're getting multiple calls from 345 Park Avenue.
Making it to the 33rd floor where he continued his shooting rampage before turning the gun on himself. Police now investigating a second note from the gunman found in Las Vegas. Sources telling ABC News it includes an apology to his parents. And ABC News has learned the gunman's father was an officer with the Los Angeles Police Department before retiring in 2017. Authorities believe Tamura was targeting the NFL's headquarters, but took the wrong elevator bank up, instead going to the offices of Rudin Management. This second note comes after the discovery of a 3-page note in Tamura's pocket, in which sources say he blamed the NFL for his traumatic brain injury, saying on this page, "Study my brain, please. I'm sorry." Tamura played in high school in Southern California, but never professionally. Officials are still trying to figure out how he obtained the gun used in the attack, an M4-style rifle. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
We are following some breaking news right now. Take a live look at the intersection of Pines and Indiana. You can see multiple police cars and wreckers blocking off Pines. The roads have been blocked there for more than an hour now. We've heard reports of a crash in the area. We're working to learn more for you. We'll bring you the latest as it comes in. If you notice a red tint in the Spokane River next week, not to worry. It's part of a study conducted by the Spokane County Regional Water Reclamation Facility. It's happening next Tuesday, starting at 11 in the morning. Crews will add red dye to the water near Spokane Community College. That dye helps specialists see how treated water from the facility mixes into the river and how it interacts with the aquifer. The bright red color will be most visible around North Havana Street and East Upriver Drive. And you might be able to see it for about a half a mile downstream. We'll let you know that that's happening again because that is jarring, I'm sure, to see red river.
It's going to be like, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just a test. It's all good. It's all
just
good.
a test. All right. Boy, finding some water. That's a good idea. Next couple of days.
It's really hot.
It is going to be hot, and that's to say nothing about the other active weather that's going to come along for the ride. You saw that a little bit this morning, or at least we did, because we were up before 3 a.m. And we did. If you walk outside this morning and you're like, oh, kind of looks like it rained. Well, guess what? On the east side of Spokane, all the way from the south side to the north side, it certainly did. In neighborhoods like Hilliard and the Glen Rose Prairie and in East Central all picked up a little bit of rain. We even saw a sprinkle here at our studio in downtown. So this southerly wind flow pattern, hey, funky things can happen. Sometimes showers pop up when even we here in the Weather Center at least expect them, and so sometimes you just got to track what's going on and leave it at that. Leave it in the hands of Mother Nature. We do have some showers that we're watching here this morning. One trying to work its way into the Newport area, or trying to back build into the Newport area. So you go on the west side of Newport, starting to see a little bit of light showers. Another shower to the mountains above the Four Corners area. We also have some light rain that's trying to track north up Highway 20 towards Cusick here later this morning. Let's head further south. We do have a couple of little spotty showers. One's right along Highway 53, just south of the interchange here with Highway 95. That is going to try to work its way up to some of the neighborhoods just to the north of Rathdrum on Highway 41 and headed towards the Twin Lakes area. A couple little sprinkles as well just off the shores here of Hayden Lake. And then we have this other shower, which has been basically stationary just to the north of Worley. That's going to try and work its way towards Lake Coeur d'Alene here, generally tracking to the north or to the northwest. Very, very slowly, some of these light showers this morning. Now, these are likely to produce rain with our cooler temperatures this morning, but as we get into the afternoon and we have another small chance for isolated storm coverage, well, with how hot it's going to be and how dry it's going to be, that means we'll be looking at a chance for dry thunderstorms, especially in the central part of Washington State. Let's show you that very quickly, see how things develop. You can see generally from Spokane, areas to the west. That's where we're going to be looking for that activity today. It's going to be much more widespread as we get into Thursday and Friday, and then we cool down and dry out and look pretty nice for the weekend.
Yeah, we do. Boy, and then, until then,
lots of ups and downs.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Matt, thank you very much. Your time is now 6:23. The Spokane Indians have a few new players on the roster getting acclimated to the Inland Northwest. After the break, we'll hear from some of the Indians' new guys and their thoughts on their new home. That's next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell & Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842. The selection and savings have never been better at Finley Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, Finley is launching the most aggressive deals of this summer with incredible financing options and hot lease specials.
And if you need extra money for your trade-in, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book for every trade-in.
You can find it all this week at Finley.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. And he said, I can't believe how white your teeth are. From that point on, I've been sold.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. The Spokane Indians' revolving door of players sees plenty rise up and away to the AA Hartford Yard Goats and just as many up from the Fresno Grizzlies that's down in low A. Now, two of those new guys are off to the races already scorching. Tommy Hopfe and Everett Catlett are two of these new guys, and they've had plenty to say so far. Hopfe slots in at first base, the Bakersfield, California native picking up hits in 6 of his first 7 games, including one last night. And Catlett towers at 6'7", tied for the tallest pitcher on the roster, and blazed through 11 strikeouts in his first appearance with Spokane last week. Both the guys spoke with us about the exciting new challenge of taking on the Inland Northwest.
I'm just excited to get the opportunity to be here finally. You know, I was wanting to be here earlier, but everything happens for a reason, so I'm extremely grateful to be here and blessed with the opportunity, and I'm excited for the fans and these games going forward.
It's been awesome getting adjusted. You know, it's easy when you know a ton of guys in the clubhouse and they welcome you really quickly, but it's awesome getting to learn how the team works, how Spokane is, and I love it. It's great. It's nice to be out of the scorching heat.
Yeah, it's a little bit toastier down there in Fresno. We had a gorgeous night last night for the Indians that did not stop a 5-2 loss to the Hillsboro Hops. That's all for Morning Sports. Catch us at 6 and 11 tonight for plenty more sports action, including the start of fall football camps for your Inland Northwest teams.
Ooh, mighty toasty for those folks. It's now 6:28 on the dot. A Spokane native who made it to baseball's Hall of Fame has died. We look back at Ryan Sandberg's journey from North Central High to Chicago Cubs stardom in our next half hour. And a massive earthquake rattles Russia and triggers tsunami fears from Europe to Asia to America's west coast. We're tracking the latest developments just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Finley Downtown Toyota.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesar Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
When you visit the LC Valley, you'll do more than just get away. You'll relive the history of explorers who traveled through this region, and you might even make a splash of your own. See educational exhibits of Lewis and Clark and immerse yourself in an authentic cultural experience. Unwind and savor the flavor in the Northwest Discovery Destination. Your adventure awaits.
With heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker following stories people are reading about online this morning. YouTube has a problem down under. Australia's government plans to make the site responsible for keeping kids younger than 16 off its service. That is the rule for social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and X. Violators can face fines up to $32 million. YouTube isn't happy. The government previously promised to exclude it from the country's social media ban that takes effect in December. But then Australia's independent online regulator found 37% of children reported as seeing harmful content on YouTube. President Trump says a new Air Force One could be ready as early as February. The Boeing 747 is the one that Qatar gave to the president. Boeing's been working on building new jets to be used as Air Force One, but has encountered significant delays. The president dodged questions Tuesday about the cost of retrofitting the new plane, saying that's up to the military. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, July 30th.
And you should be planning for some sweat if you're spending any time outside or had any plans to spend time outside. Maybe change those. It's going to be hot today. In fact, it's already feeling quite uncomfortable at times this morning with our temperatures right around 70 degrees in Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene, adding a little bit of humidity as well because we did see a brief shower come through Spokane earlier this morning. 70 as well in Sandpoint. Some spots in the 50s such as Pullman, such as Colville, most areas in the 60s and above our average, and in those cases of the 70s, well above our average that we usually see during the mornings, which is in the upper 50s. Wow. We're talking about some hot weather, hottest weather in 2 weeks easily across our area. Saw a little preview of that yesterday afternoon. Now we really get into it for the end of today. Mid-90s, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, low 100s from Omak down all the way to the Tri-Cities in central Washington, and mid-100s in the LC Valley with upper 90s around parts of the Palouse. So it is going to be a hot day. Speaking of upper 90s, from downtown into the valley, Liberty Lake, Meade, 9 Mile, even up to Deer Park and south to Cheney. A lot of places in Spokane County going to reach those upper 90s as well. So 95, I think, is the floor. 98, 99 is the ceiling for many places. And in addition to that, we're tracking a thunderstorm chance in some areas for later this afternoon. Coming up.
We are following breaking news. Overnight, the National Weather Service issued a tsunami advisory for parts of Washington state and in parts of Northern California. This morning, a 3.6-foot wave has already been reported in that area, and forecasters say waves could reach more than 7 feet today. Already, a 5.7 feet wave has been recorded in Hawaii, and that's not too far from 7 feet. This is following a powerful earthquake that happened in Russia overnight, and it happened right in this area right here. This is about an 8.8 magnitude quake, which is one of the strongest ever recorded. And they experienced some shaking that was so intense, more than 2 million people were evacuated across Russia and Japan. And so far, officials in Russia say no deaths have been reported, but some warnings have been lifted already. But officials are still monitoring the situation. It's ongoing. So for people waking up near the coast, driving or traveling, especially in areas like Westport, Port Angeles, or even farther up toward Bellingham, here's what you need to know right now. This is an advisory, not a full tsunami warning. That means no major flooding is expected, but dangerous waves are possible. Officials say there's no expected damage here at home. And so to put this in full perspective, an 8.8 earthquake of this size is extremely rare. In 2004, a 9.1 earthquake hit Indonesia, damaging Asia and parts of East Africa. Then in 2010, an 8.8 quake struck Chile, killing hundreds of people. And in 2011, a 9.1 quake rocked Japan. Now, the one that we're talking about that struck Russia is ranked one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded. So again, no immediate threat of flooding here in Washington, here at home, but this is extremely rare situation. We'll continue tracking updates throughout the morning to bring you the latest. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks so much. We are in fire season here in the Inland Northwest, obviously. And the U.S. Fire Administration says fire safety starts at home, particularly with our smoke alarms. It recommends smoke alarms in every bedroom and on the entry level of a home and in the basement. It also recommends interconnected smoke alarms. If one goes off, the rest follow. And if you're struggling to figure out what type of alarm you should buy, the Fire Administration recommends either buying dual sensor smoke alarms or both ionization and photoelectric alarms. You should test smoke alarms once a month to make sure that they work properly, and alarms need to be replaced every 10 years. For more tips, just look for this story on KXLY.com. In news around the nation this morning, 3 people are still missing following an explosion and fire at a biofuels plant in Nebraska. The explosion happened yesterday in Fremont, but today authorities say the building is still too unsafe to enter. 9 different fire departments rushed to the scene, doing all they could to stop the fire from spreading. It's not clear what caused the explosion, but the biofuels plant manufactures smoking pellets and animal bedding. The fire chief says he expects crews to be on scene for several days. Flags at city buildings around Spokane are flying at half-staff in remembrance of Ryne Sandberg, the Spokane native and Baseball Hall of Fame legend. He passed away at 65 years old after battling prostate cancer for more than a year. Sandberg's career started at North Central High School, where he was a decorated 3-sport athlete. He played the majority of his career for the Chicago Cubs as a second baseman. For many in Spokane, he was a hometown hero, putting our city on the national baseball stage.
If you've been around baseball, you can see the little things that he could do and just the ability that he had and the way he impacted the game at a higher level than a lot of players did.
The Hall of Famer won 9 Golden Gloves in his career and was named an All-Star 10 times. But despite all the accolades, his friends say he always remained humble and hardworking. Sandberg's family says he died in the comfort of his own home, surrounded by loved ones. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown released a statement on Sandberg's passing, reading, "Ryne was a hometown hero whose impact reached far beyond Spokane. He left a lasting mark on baseball and all those who knew him." The city of Spokane sends its deepest sympathies to his family. If you need something fun to plan with the family, Disney on Ice will return to Spokane later this year. Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena will host the show November 14th through the 16th. Tickets go on sale August 5th. This year's show will feature stories from Wish, Frozen 2, The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, and Moana. As an added bonus, a pre-show experience featuring Donald and Goofy in a holiday sing-along. Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:37. Holiday sing-along.
Holiday sing-along?
Hey, you know what?
It's not even August yet.
Some people already thinking ahead.
Boy, and I
Way
thought
ahead.
the pumpkin spice latte thing from last week was a stretch.
Don't get us started.
Yeah, let's not. Okay, so we've seen some light sprinkles around the region this morning, and that includes on the Washington side of the Newport Old Town area. We're looking at the Idaho side. Looks pretty dry right now, but we are going to see hot temperatures everywhere in the inland Northwest. Regardless of if a storm pays you a visit or not, we'll be tracking who has the best chance to see some active weather today coming up.
And lung cancer is typically linked with smoking, but a new study finds certain types of food could put you at a high risk for the disease. The type of food it says you should avoid coming up after the break. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, never-before-seen footage of convicted murderer Bryan Kohberger at a traffic stop in Idaho just 3 months before he killed University of Idaho students Kaylee Consalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you? No. That's no good.
Kohberger was pulled over driving his Hyundai Elantra in the town of Moscow where the murders happened. Initially stopped for speeding, the officer decides to cite Kohberger for not wearing a seatbelt.
Just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, like say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. Honestly, go back and look at that.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the latest in this case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
No application fee if you apply by September 3rd at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited university that has transformed adult lives for more than 75 years. You're not waiting to win. You're ready to succeed again at umgc.edu.
When the island speaks, tiki bar, water slides, big pool, and hammock. It's time to escape to the Great Life. Now this is the Great Life on the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combos starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
If you're looking for an everyday truck like the Tacoma,
or something a bit bigger, like the Tundra, Colville Toyota has the truck to meet your needs.
both the Tundra and Tacoma are built to last and provide unbeatable performance in their class.
Loaded with the latest tech, with adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning, these trucks are designed to get you safely to your destination.
Come test drive a Tacoma and Tundra today at Colville Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
MASH is a must.
What more do you want?
It's MASH CTV on MeTV.
See what you started?
It's 2 full hours of MASH C laughs.
What about rank? Can I help it if I'm not as rank as you?
Weeknights beginning at 6 on MeTV 4.2.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combos starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. It's 6:43. In News for Your Health this morning, a new study is raising concerns about what's in your food and how it could impact your long-term health. Ultra-processed foods like chips, sodas, lunch meats, and packaged snacks may be linked to a higher risk of lung cancer. That's according to a new study published this week in the journal Thorax. Researchers found people who ate the most ultra-processed foods were 41% more likely to be diagnosed with lung cancer. That's even after adjusting for smoking. The study doesn't prove cause and effect, but experts say the additives, packaging chemicals, and lack of nutrients could all play a role. Experts recommend cutting back by choosing whole or minimally processed foods whenever possible.
Takeaways today in your forecast, it is going to be hot. Make sure you're finding a way to stay cool out there, especially once we get past lunchtime. Dry lightning possible in a few areas this afternoon. We'll take a look after this.
And here is a look from our Air 4 drone at the Dishman Hills Conservation Area. The trail ascends to Big Rock, a 230-foot granite monolith, popular with both climbers and hikers alike. It's a beautiful way to get outside. This is one of just many destinations on the 4 News Now Get Outside Guide. It's our list of mostly free activities you can enjoy outside in the inland Northwest this summer. Just go to KXLY.com/getoutside and read more about all the places you can go and download the Get Outside Starter Guide. Check off your destinations as you visit. And if you have ideas for our list, just send your ideas right now on KXLY.com. And if you're getting outside, sounds like earlier, the better. It's going to get hot. It's now 6:44. We'll be back with Matt's full forecast right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I never thought I would develop shingles. I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate.
Don't learn the hard way like I did. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Flavors that feed your fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oreo Thins. Stay playful.
At Coeur d'Alene Nissan, the Rogue is ready for wherever life takes you. It's the crossover with advanced technology and loads of room. Luxury comfort, perfect for cruising around town, long weekend trips, and everything in between. And with the Pro Pilot Assist, the Rogue helps drive for you. Hands-free, feet-free, worry-free. Take a test drive at our beautiful dealership just off Highway 95. Nice cars, nice people, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
I was fully stopped and I got rear-ended going full speed on the freeway by a truck. I was diagnosed with functional neurological disorder and had to relearn how to walk.
It's just a parent's worst nightmare to go through that. Russell and Hill, they were amazing. I didn't feel like I had to worry about anything when it came to the insurance company, which took a huge burden off of me. I wanted to focus on Haley getting better. I recommend Russell and Hill to everyone I know. I would never use anyone else.
Do you suffer from puffy under-eye bags, deep-set forehead lines, and wrinkles that give away your age instantly? Well, if so, it's not your fault. It's all a symptom of aging. That's why we created Plexiderm, a clinically studied serum that decreases the appearance of under-eye bags and dark circles by 80%, crow's feet and wrinkles around the eyes by 81%, and forehead lines by 85%, and lasts for up to 10 hours.
Look at this one under-eye bag. It's gone.
So I've had these bags for many, many years, and then I found Plexiderm, and this happened.
I'm going to apply Plexiderm under this eye so you can see the difference. I have struggled with under eye bags my whole life. I have tried every product and none of them have worked. You just watched it happen. I went from this to this.
Try it today for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Call the number on your screen or visit plexidermtrial.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
We are following some breaking news this morning. Let's take a look here now at 6:47. This is a live look at Pines near I-90. According to the Spokane Regional Transportation Management Center, a crash happened around 4:40 this morning. The westbound I-90 on-ramp is blocked. Currently, no other information about that crash or when the road will be open, but this area has been closed down, gosh, for a couple hours now. So avoid that area if you can.
But yeah, and obviously working to learn more about what is going on there, why that's been blocked off for so long. That's going to be a mess.
It sure is, because traffic's picking up.
Yes, and the heat
is picking up today.
Yeah, we got the same transition. The heat is going to be picking up. It's hot already. You step outside and you're like, wow, it is warm. We certainly were even early this morning, and I'm sure you will as you step outside and get ready to go about your day. Make sure you're finding a way to stay cool. Temperatures right about 70 degrees right now. The sun is shining, but it's not shining everywhere. We are tracking a couple of showers. First of all, areas north of Rathdrum and the Garwood area, we're seeing a little bit of light rain. These showers trying to work their way towards Ramsey and towards the Twin Lakes area as we get into the next hour or so. Everything is creeping along here to the north and to the west this morning. We're also seeing these light showers at the Pend Oreille River between Newport and Cusick along Highway 20. You may run into a sprinkle or two as those continue to crawl to the north and to the west. Most of us staying dry, staying sunny this morning. We heat up very quickly. We'll be already in the 90s by lunchtime. Very hot this afternoon, hot and extremely dry as well. And that's why any thunderstorm development this afternoon is going to be the dry variety. In other words, the rain's not going to come down to the ground, but the lightning will. And that means the possibility of new wildfires. So something to be aware of for this afternoon when we hit 97 in St. Mary's and Pullman, 105 in Lewiston, 100 Omak, Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, all the way down to the Tri-Cities. It is going to be hot this afternoon, about as hot and about as risky as it ever gets for your average heat waves, not an exceptional heat wave like we have seen in previous summers. But hey, 3 out of 4 on the heat risk scale from the National Weather Service. Still, definitely something that you should be taking those extra precautions for while it is still hot out and still dry. Speaking of dry, very low humidities this afternoon. Big reason why we're talking about dry thunderstorms. So I'm not going to show you the rain. I'm going to show you the possibility of lightning. And mostly it's going to be in our northern mountains near the Cascades, as well as in the central part of Washington State to as far to the east as Spokane. So areas north of I-90, an isolated rumble of thunder and lightning strike as we head through this afternoon and this evening. We've got more stormy weather on the way in your 7-day forecasts coming up later. But after this, the morning sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by visitlcvalley.com.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 1500s with savings up to $15,250 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, it's helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
Visit Mission Park on Saturday, August 2nd for the SNAP Resource Carnival in collaboration with Community Health Plan of Washington. Everything is free. Face painting, games, cotton candy, lunch, and more. Gear up for the new school year, and while supplies last, grab free school supplies or back-to-school outfit. Learn about SNAP programs, including energy assistance and how to save on your power bill each month through Avista's My Energy Discount Washington. The free SNAP Resource Carnival at Mission Park Saturday, August 2nd. See you there.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 2500 HDs with savings up to $14,000 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprints. Hot, mostly sunny to start with a chance of storm rolling through later on. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast. Hannah Joy is in studio tracking the tsunami advisory for the Washington coast triggered by a massive Russian earthquake. Matt?
Yeah, let's talk about your weather. It is going to be hot today. Most of us sunny for this morning and heating up very, very quickly. We'll be into the 90s in many areas by lunchtime. Building clouds at times to partly cloudy as we get into the afternoon. A slight chance of a shower or storm during the afternoon hours as well. It's unlikely to produce much, if any, rain, but there could be a few isolated lightning strikes and the possibility for new fire starts in the afternoon. It is going to be hot. Lots of upper 90s in some parts of the I-90 corridor this afternoon. Make sure you're finding a way to stay cool through these hot hours.
We are following breaking news. Overnight, the National Weather Service issued a tsunami advisory for parts of Washington. Now, this is not a full warning, but dangerous waves are possible. Officials say there's no expected damage or threat to us here at home, but this does follow a powerful 8.8 earthquake that hit Russia overnight, which is one of the strongest ever recorded. Again, no damage is expected here at home, but dangerous waves could impact areas like Westport or Port Angeles. Now in California, a 3.6-foot wave has been reported, and Hawaii saw one nearly 6 feet high. We'll continue tracking updates and bring you the latest throughout the morning on how this is affecting our area.
And very much like fire evacuation notices, tsunami alerts have a few different levels you should be aware of. The National Weather Service has put together this chart. If you are under a tsunami warning, that means dangerous coastal flooding and powerful currents are possible. You should move to higher ground. An advisory means strong currents and waves if you are already near the water. If there is an advisory like we had earlier today for the West Coast, you're advised to stay out of the water. When there is a tsunami watch, that means a distant tsunami is possible, so you should look out for more information. It could be upgraded to a watch or warning. An information statement means you can relax. We will continue to keep you updated on tsunami alerts on KXLY.com. We, of course, are in fire season here in the Inland Northwest, and the U.S. Fire Administration says fire safety begins at home, particularly with our smoke alarms. It recommends smoke alarms in each bedroom and on the entry level of a home and in the basement. It also recommends interconnected smoke alarms. If one goes off, the rest follow. And if you're struggling to figure out what type of alarm to buy, the Fire Administration recommends either buying dual sensor smoke alarms or both ionization and photoelectric alarms. You should test smoke alarms once a month to make sure they work properly, and alarms need to be replaced every 10 years. For more tips, just find this story on KXLY.com. In the near future, expect to see more overhead power lines disappearing, going underground. Inland Power plans to spend about $41 million a year over the next decade, burying 500 miles of existing overhead power lines to enhance reliability and safety. You can already see projects underway near Mount Spokane. Avista Utilities also says it is burying lines as well. If you drive near Spokane Community College this Friday, you'll want to allow time for some delays. On August 1st, crews will cut into the concrete of southbound Green Street. The work is scheduled to begin at 6 Friday morning, wrap up about 7 o'clock that night. This will not affect northbound Green Street, but drivers should expect some delays. Sacred Heart's making it easier for moms to donate breast milk and for babies in the NICU to get the nutrients they need. The hospital set up a new drive-up drop-off at the Women's Health Center, making it easier for people to donate. Sacred Heart began accepting donations yesterday. If you're interested, all you need to do is a quick screening and a blood test. Then you can start helping other families right here in Spokane. Flags at city buildings around Spokane are at half staff in remembrance of Ryne Sandberg, a Spokane native and Baseball Hall of Fame legend who passed away at 65 years old after battling prostate cancer for more than a year. We'll be back right after.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
The redesigned 2025 Tiguan just arrived and is turning heads. Smarter, sleeker, and more stylish than anything on the road.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
After a car wreck, Big Insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you.
I called Craigsoft and Associates. They not only fought for me, but treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Well, looking at some sunshine, some partly cloudy conditions here this morning. We are going to be hot this afternoon. Mid-90s, that's the floor. The ceiling is upper 90s and low 100s in many parts of our region. Will be a couple of dry thunderstorms this afternoon. More dry thunderstorms to start Thursday, turning into rain-producing storms, thankfully, by the time we get into the evening. Should be some widespread storm activity Thursday night into Friday. We do get rewarded at the end of all of this active weather, which is a nice-looking weekend.
Matt, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts next.